So who doesn't remember this? You've got another thing coming. But before Judas Priest became metal gods, before they reshaped heavy metal forever, they were just another struggling band in the gritty streets of Birmingham, England. A city that was drowning in industrial smoke and hard labor. But something was brewing in those dark factories. It was something loud. It was rebellious. It was ready to explode. Welcome back to Headbangers History. This is where we dive into the legends of heavy metal. Today, we're going to kick off our 5-part series on the one and only Judas Priest. From the early struggles to the rise of the twin guitar madness and the creation of heavy metal as we know it. So buckle up, metalheads. This is where it all began. The early years, a band in the making. So it's 1969. In the wake of bands like Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, a new breed of hard rock was taking shape. So enter Al Atkins, a singer with big ambitions, who formed the first version of Judas Priest. But without a record deal or a serious backing, the band fizzled out. However, Atkins left behind one crucial thing. The name. That's right, Judas Priest was inspired by a Bob Dylan song, the ballad of Frankie Lee and Judas Priest.
They were the best of friends. So when Frankie Lee needed money one day, Judas quickly pulled out.
But the band as we know it, not even close yet. Meanwhile, in another part of Birmingham, a young guitarist named KK Downing and a bassist named Ian Hill were grinding away in a different band. They needed a singer. One with range, one with power, one with the ability to scream like a demon. Enter Rob Halford. Hill, who was dating Halford's sister at the time, introduced him to the band. Little did they know, they had just found the ultimate metal frontman.
How's about little, diamonds? Diamonds! Diamonds!
The sound begins to form, 74 to 76. With Glenn Tipton in as a second guitarist, the twin guitar tack was born. Now Judas Priest had something unique, a 2-guitar assault, lightning-fast riffs, and Halford's piercing falsetto that could just shatter glass. Their debut album, Rock-A-Rolla, in 1974, wasn't the game-changer they hoped for. It had more blues rock influence than the molten metal sound they would later perfect. But by the time Sad Wings of Destiny in 76 hit the shelves, it was clear. This was something new, something heavier than anything before.
Hear my warning. Never turn your back on the ripper.
It had tracks like Victim of Changes, The Ripper. They showcased fast, intricate guitar work, dark themes, Halford screaming highs. The blueprint for heavy metal was finally taking shape. The Metal Image and the Breakthrough, 77 to 1979. But it wasn't just about the sound. The late 70s were dominated by punk. Metal needed to be its own identity. So cue in the leather and studs. Halford and the band ditched the hippie look and embraced something tougher. Black leather, chains, spikes, and a mean attitude. Inspired by the biker culture, this look became the universal symbol of heavy metal. With Sin After Sin in 77 and Stained Class in 78, Priest took things to another level. It's better by you, better than me. Faster tempo, sharper riffs, more aggression. Tracks like Beyond the Realms of Death proved that metal could be dark, it could be technical and powerful all at once. But then came Hellbent for Leather, 1979.
Hellbent for leather. Hellbent for leather.
And with it, one of the most iconic Judas Priest songs ever, Hellbent for Leather. This was full-speed heavy metal, and it was clear that Judas Priest had arrived.
Deliver the goods. Deliver the goods.
By the end of the 70s, Judas Priest had completely transformed. No longer just another hard rock band, they forged a new metallic beast. The twin guitar attack? Check. High-pitched operatic vocals? Check. Leather studs? Pure attitude? Absolutely. They were laying the groundwork for the next decade of metal dominance. And you know what? The best was still yet to come. Coming up, Judas Priest enters the 1980s with a vengeance. British Steel screaming for vengeance. And a new era of arena-shaking metal begins. But was their biggest hit really their best work? And did Turbo almost derail the band? We're going to find out in part 2, Screaming for Vengeance. Priest takes over the 80s. So if you love Judas Priest, then I need you to love me back. Drop a comment with your favorite early track. I know you got them out there. There's plenty of listeners out there. Everybody loves it. This is Headbangers History, and we are talking Judas Priest. I'll see you again tomorrow. Welcome to Headbangers History, where riffs reign supreme and legends are born. Let's dive into the heart-pounding history of hard rock and heavy metal.